Hi guys, Sandra Walker with Realty. Today we're going to talk to Heather with Yoga Flow. Hi Heather, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about your business and exactly what you do?
Sure. So I am a yoga teacher and I specialize in a vinyasa style yoga, which, it's easier to refer to as yoga flow, which means that we try to match up the movement to the breath so that there's a fluid motion happening while at the same time remembering to breathe mindfully. And the approach that we do to the style that I'm trained through is to turn it into a yoga practice that's for everybody and for every body so that everyone can feel comfortable in their yoga practice and feel that it's useful for them both mentally and physically, and a peaceful experience for them rather than one full of competition or judgment or expectations that we put on ourselves or feel that others have put on us. So yeah, we try to get that yoga flow going for everybody.
So is it depending on, what am I trying to say, your fitness level, or is it like all fitness levels that can do it and feel comfortable doing it?
Yes, so yoga teachers have a nice saying that if you can breathe, you can do yoga. So that anybody can do yoga. I find that a lot of people are using it as their first step maybe into their fitness journey, and maybe as something that they're finally taking time to do for themselves, or to complement if they have like a rigorous cardiovascular routine or weightlifting routine, that the slowing down and the gentle stretching of the body works well with that. But yes, the nice part of one-on-one yoga sessions is that we can break it down to what the individual needs. So if we need a more gentle class, we can even turn it into a chair yoga class. And if we're even not ready for that, we can visualize the body doing things to get the body actually ready for the movement. And if we want to make it challenging, we can ramp it up into a more power flow, and that's okay too. So yeah, it's nice. It can be adjusted. It can be adjusted for just where people are in their life right now, or where they are at any particular day. If we came in stressed and anxious about something, then maybe that day we need a calming routine. If we're feeling a little sluggish, a little tired, then maybe we need something that amps our energy level up a little bit. So there's a lot of flexibility within what we do based on what people need at any given moment.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I didn't know that. So with these trying times, a lot of people are a lot more stressed. Do you find it very helpful to start learning how to, do the whole yoga, practice your breathing, and just trying to take some time for yourself?
Absolutely. And what I've found is that the people who have reached out recently for classes are needing it exactly for that reason. They might be torn in multiple different directions with work, taking care of families, taking care of aging parents, just times of uncertainty, and there's realizing that I need some time set aside specifically for me to work on myself.
Yeah.
And that's great. And yoga has been shown through these breathing techniques matched with the movement to have absolute benefits, lowering our blood pressure, increasing the hormones through our body that help us calm down. And so it's hard to argue that it could be a negative thing to take time to do yoga when there are just so many benefits, either through the physical aspect of it or the calming aspect, where we can take these breathing techniques and carry them with us throughout our day and really do it at any time.
Awesome. You touched on the fact that you do one-on-one sessions. Now, do you go to the customer's home, the client's home, or do you prefer them coming to your home, or you meet them anywhere they want to meet?
Yeah, I am flexible with that. I can meet the person where they're going to feel the most comfortable. So for some people, that is their home. right? If it's someone who thinks there might be distractions in their own home, I am fine with people coming over here. I do have insurance that covers everything and covers me as a yoga teacher that travels with me wherever. And I also don't mind going into a workplace if that's needed for a special session with a group or a workshop sort of situation. But it needs to just be a place where the person can feel relaxed and where they can feel that they could maybe disconnect from any distractions that may come up, maybe feel comfortable turning the phone off for a little bit. Of course,
Which is hard to do for everybody.
it's really hard. It is really hard. And of course, I understand, sometimes we have to keep it on in case the school calls, or I know I like it. I always put mine on silent because I know if I turn it off completely, that will be when I get the emergency phone call, right?
Exactly.
So I understand that. I understand real life. But, sometimes it's okay to take an hour out and disconnect and to realize that things will be okay.
And do you do like outdoor yoga sessions too and stuff? Like the park and
Yes, I have. And that was really something that was really popular when a lot of the facilities were closed during COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, before I moved here this summer, the studio that I was teaching at, the local regulations, we did have to move outside. And what we found was that had an added benefit of a connection to nature, right? Instead of having some yoga music in the background, we went ahead and let the sounds of nature carry us through our class. And that was really enjoyable. It was very nice. And yes, that is absolutely a possibility. Is a benefit of living in San Antonio, is that the warm weather lasts a little bit longer. So the outdoor practices are possible for a longer period of time throughout the year. Yeah.
And how often or how long have you been teaching yoga?
So I've been teaching yoga. I got my certification in 2019, but I've been practicing yoga since 2014. And just years of personal practice, developed my knowledge across multiple styles. And then I was attending the same studio for several years. And the instructor finally turned to me and said, Heather, it's time. And she sponsored me to go get my certifications so that I could start teaching there. She said, you're at your point in your development where it's really time to share this with others. And I was like, oh, are you sure? Because that is a big leap to take it from your personal practice to helping others discover theirs. But it's a satisfying one that I enjoy doing.
And how did you get into it, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, sure. So I had grown up and all through college and a bit after college, taken a lot of dance classes, ballet and then modern dance, where the movement of the body was something that I always found extremely enjoyable. And then sort of after college, that was a big transition for me where you kind of got into the more grown-up world of, well, I have to work and, I'm not doing as many classes. And we were living someplace where a yoga fusion class was offered.
Oh, wow.
And the appeal of that class, that was just the right class for me at that time to be introduced to yoga, because it took the concepts of yoga and it combined it with the choreography that you typically find in a dance class. So it was structured so that each song had specific choreography attached to it for a yoga flow.
Oh, wow.
And so it bridged that gap for me from, it was just enough of a dance class feel and just enough of yoga for me to go ahead and convert and be like, okay, this is my new movement practice in my life for me to enjoy. And it's worked out very nicely ever since then.
That's pretty awesome. And you said you live here in San Antonio.
I do.
You have a house in West Creek. What drew you to this area, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, of course. Well, we do have a family, my husband and I, we have several kids. And of course, this is a family-friendly area. right? Of course, there are the school districts to consider. There's, you know, being able to find a house with a yard and still having easy access to the fun things downtown in San Antonio to do.
Yeah.
It seemed like a nice blending of everything that the San Antonio area had to offer, right? So not in the heart of the city, but close enough to enjoy everything. And also, you know, not so far out that you felt like it was a huge trek to get to things. And I think we made the right choice. This area is definitely blooming, I think.
Yeah, it's very blooming. That's what you call it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. If somebody wants to get a hold of you to find out more about your classes, your schedule, how would they get a hold of you?
Sure, probably the easiest way would be through email, and that's yogaflowheather@gmail.com. That is the easiest way. I do check that regularly. And I'm can be found on Facebook, you know, under Heather Ladowski. So people are welcome to message me there as well. And I've gotten a few messages through the community webs, you know, social media sites when information about yoga classes have been shared, then people have reached out to ask questions through that forum as well. So I'm here, I'm available. I'm happy to chat.
Once again, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm going to thank Heather with Yoga Flow. Please contact her, guys, if you guys would like to learn more techniques, get more information about deep breathing, yoga poses, relaxation techniques, anything that's going to help you as a human being decompress from today's society, the stresses of the world, the stresses of our environment. Please call her, contact her, and she will be more than happy to guide you guys. And if you guys know any small businesses that would like to be featured on my community website, please message me, have them message me. I would love to give them their time and spotlight to tell Far West San Antonio and beyond what their company has to offer and how they can help you guys. Once again, this is Sandra Walker with Realty. Thank you for watching.